Ollantaytambo, Peru. Hi, I'm Lori, a senior solo traveler, and I recently visited the small village of Ollantaytambo. I was there as part of a National Geographic expedition, and we spent a good part of the morning there. Ollantaytambo is often a stop for travelers on their way to Machu Picchu. It is in the sacred valley of South Peru, surrounded by majestic mountains. Our adventure started from a hotel in the sacred valley, where we boarded a large van and drove through farmland. At one point, we passed by these hanging pods on a cliffside. Evidently, people rock climb to either eat lunch or spend the night there. An awesome concept. The main attraction of Ollantaytambo is the Incan ruins, which is a massive fortress built in the late 15th century. There are geometrically carved stone steps and terraces that climb up the mountainside. It is quite ominous when you stand at the bottom looking up. Importantly, the elevation is 9,160 feet, which is higher than Machu Picchu. I arrived overdressed for a very warm day because I had been cold the night before. This turned out to be a huge mistake, as I immediately overheated. And even as I shed layers, I was still very hot. Before we started climbing, our guide shared information on the intricate structure of the ruins. It's quite phenomenal to see how these extremely hard granite stones were transported over 5 miles and then shaped in order to interlock. We would climb up a couple sets of stairs and then take a break. We proceeded to do this as we slowly scaled the ruins. Even though I consider myself in good shape and had taken some altitude meds before I arrived, I was already feeling it by the time I got to the lowest terrace. The altitude was no joke. I was happy the guide kept taking long breaks as we climbed up. The views from the ruins were spectacular. Immediately across the valley is Picchu Mountain. On its steep side, you can see a storage house that was once used to store food and grains for the village. The higher up you go, the more impressive the views, and you can look down into other parts of the archaeological site. Unfortunately, the higher up I went, the lousier I felt. I'm not sure whether it was the heat or the elevation, probably both, but two short staircases from the top, I decided I'd better go back down. So I missed the Temple of the Sun, which is up top and looks like this. I was disappointed, but I was glad I hiked as far as I did, since the views were just magnificent. It was also wonderful to examine the way the stones were so ingeniously placed and interlocked, like a puzzle. I marveled at the human inventiveness to manage such an enormous task. Once back down, there was plenty more to see. There was a large area of the remnants of houses, and central to this flat housing community is the Princess Bath's fountain. The fountain or bath was used in purification rituals by Incan princesses. What is fascinating about it is that it is a masterpiece of Inca hydraulic engineering. It is carved into the stone and features a unique design where a finger placed on the channel can manipulate the flow of water, demonstrating advanced knowledge of hydraulics. There's quite a bit to see in Ollantaytambo, and if you have the time, you can hike up the Picchu mountain too. The village is also lined with many vendors selling souvenirs and traditional Peruvian textiles and clothing. And if you are overheated from the hike like I was, there are quite a few refreshment spots to relax and enjoy the views. So that concluded my morning in Ollantaytambo. After this visit, we headed to Machu Picchu. Look for my video on that adventure in the description below. As always, if you have questions or can add to the discussion, please share in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you. Check out the Senior Solo Travel website where all my videos are laid out in an easy-to-access format, and the Travel Facebook forum where you can interact with other travelers. And if you'd like to follow my senior and solo travel journeys, please like and subscribe. Next stop, Machu Picchu.